Guys, I did something. I got another car. I've been not happy about not driving, being back in California, and I do plan to continue to build out my Barbie Drift 350Z in Florida for a while. So I need a seat time car that's here in California, and I got one. I'm so happy it's already fuchsia.
Yeah, I know.
It's already a crazy color, which is gonna save my brain a lot of stress from looking at a plain car when I start to drive it. I don't know if you've been on the channel for a while, you'll know that I kind of obsess over branding as well and just want all my cars to look awesome. What do you think, Chris?
Oh my gosh, this is mine actually. This is
I
not
didn't
hers.
tell him.
Big news,
No,
mine.
no. Got a new member of the family. Coming in hot. I think I'm gonna need a bigger shot, guys. I want to give a big thank you to Landon and Maddie too for driving the car here from Arizona.
Yeah.
How bad was it, or how long was the drive?
It wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad?
Yeah, it was a little bit of traffic.
Why? Chris is always like walking into videos in the background just running out. You're like, A little bit of background about the car. So you said you originally got it and wanted to start drifting, or you were thinking about it because it already has a welded diff, which is amazing because that means I can go to the track soon. But what were your plans with the car?
I planned on drifting it. When I first got it, it was stock, and then I just started doing stuff here and there. For a little bit, it was a stance car, and then after that, I more or less went to a drift build.
Okay.
And then from there, I just kind of let it sit and never got around to it.
Yeah.
And then you hit me up. I was supposed to it for sale, and kind of worked some stuff out.
So it stands first, because I did see the photos of it slammed, and then the strut tower was a little bit cut, which I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. But like you read on the forums, and everyone's like cutting it so you can get more clearance, or
exactly. So the arms are tucking in the engine bay a little bit. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. Thank you so much for driving it here. I fell in love with a Z in Florida and love driving it, and it's just so easy. So now I just do it here. Yeah. In the photos online, I thought it was a lot more pink, and then in person it's definitely more fuchsia purple, but I'm happy about it because I got a pink car, so now I got a purplish car as well. Before I walk around and kind of tell you why I got the car and what the car already has on it, we're gonna go run some errands that we need to do really fast, and we thought it was a perfect opportunity to take the car out. We just got our temporary tags put on the car so we can take it for our first cruise. Chris is really excited about this. He's always wanted a convertible too, and I am, because I have never owned a convertible, ever. So this should be fun. I don't actually know how to take the top down, so let's figure it out. Ooh, I'm short. Oh wait, I gotta put my actual shoes on.
What shoes do you have
it?
on?
I got my slides on.
You got these busted slides.
Oh,
they busted.
It's this sock and slide life is what I'm living right now, but I'm gonna put Converse on before we go. All right, boom. We got the Converse. Now let's see if I can figure out how to put the top down.
Oh wait, you forgot something.
Oh wait, where's my hoodie? Oh yeah,
here.
I'm too short always, so. I'm gonna sit on my LZ MFG pink hoodie, linked in bio. Sorry. Oh, is that mean?
If you sit on it,
Yeah.
I think he probably wants you to sit on it.
I feel so fancy. I always sit so far forward that I like have to struggle with this seatbelt. Alright, let's see. Oh, the clutch is so different. It's so much better on this car. The one on my other Z is like this much travel. This one's way shorter. I like it. I probably should have asked how to do this. Okay, open. Oh look, the seat's moving forward. This is really kind of creepy. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's
Oh snap! Transformers up in here. That's so cool. Yes, it's my first time having a convertible. I think it's cool. Is it done? Does it look like it's done?
yeah, it looks dope.
Does it look like it's secured though?
Guys, she looks crazy in this pink
This is so weird, being so open. I think I'm so happy that it's a convertible. I was questioning it a lot at first. I think I'm gonna love it.
You look crazy. You look cool in it, that's for sure.
Does it look like we should shoot a music video?
Yes!
Feel. That's how convertibles make you feel, I guess. I never knew this. I'm so excited. I am adding my own little touch already. Alright, and convertible means gotta put the hair up. That's another thing we're gonna do as errands. We're gonna make copies of the key. We've been running with just one shop key for months now, and it is the most stressful thing ever. And just this morning, we made it all the way to the shop, didn't we, Chris? And then we had to go all the way, and then we had to go all the way back home and come back to the shop. And that sucks because I live like 30 minutes away. So that was fun, wasn't it, Chris?
I don't mind driving.
We need to make that's one of the errands we need to also do right now. One thing that is weird though about this car is that it is in kilometers, and I will explain that more when we get back and I do like the full walk around of the car.
Hold it over.
But this car is in kilometers per hour, and I know it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to some people, but it just trips me up a little bit. It was actually imported from Canada, so that's why. I'll get used to that.
Maybe that's why it's so taken care of, because it's from Canada and they're like so like peaceful people.
They're just nice.
Canada, you know, just nice.
I don't think I've ever met a mean person from Minnesota or Canada. So that's cool. I feel like so much more of a Barbie in this car.
I know.
I did all of these major Barbie vibes before we've even taken off. And I guess Barbie, she does usually have a drop top, so.
Oh, and it's just sick. It's California too.
Yeah, this is cool.
This looks crazy. This looks like you.
I know, I love it. Woo! Convertible vibes. First ever convertible. I think I'm about it. I'll pink everything.
I was just gonna have a sip.
I don't know if this is a guy thing, but I swear, every time I get in a car that a guy just parked, the e-brake is so aggressively put up. Like, all the way yanked back that it's like, God, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a guy thing. Calm down. PSA. It's so weird being this high. My other Z is slammed. It's on stock suspension, so that's why. It's just funny. Oh yeah, there's a racing clutch in this one. The wheel is a little tilted.
What do you think?
Everyone's all revving at us now. I swear, if you have any color on your car, everyone just wants to race. Especially in the RX-8. No matter where we go, everyone's trying to race us. But I feel like the RX-8 is asking for it. I did it. You know?
The RX-8 is just like, scream at me, please. Because I can scream louder than you.
Now, this clutch is nice. It's just gonna take some getting used to. It's like a proper racing clutch on it, which I know I'll like when I'm at the track. Ooh, tell me if your seat warmer works. Traction control. You gotta turn that off. There we go. Now it should be good. There you go. Now then, when we turn next, it shouldn't do that. He was saying that it starts to like sputter, which is weird, but it's because there's a welded diff in it, and you turn traction control off, and it doesn't do it anymore. The exhaust doesn't sound bad at all. I like it.
No, I do too.
My Z in Florida currently has no exhaust, which is funny because I've gotten a lot of comments on like, what exhaust is on your Z? It sounds so sick. The answer is no exhaust. So if you want to sound like that, just take it on off.
Oh.
exhaust on it. But since this one has it, I can do that immediately. Yes, that's awesome. You know what? It sounds very deep, kind of like Mustangy.
Bassy, yeah.
Doesn't it sound like a Mustang?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bassy.
That's funny.
It's not sharp, it's bassy.
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, hear that pop? Cool. You did hear the Z more at the end. The classic like Z noise, but early it kind of sounds like a Mustang.
You know, there's only sometimes I'll say it, but my sister's cool or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Or whatever.
Oh, whatever. First drive, I'm really happy with it. I love this car. It's in such good condition too, like the interior and everything. I think I'm about that convertible life. Are you?
I've been in. I want one.
To be fair, you were like, you already were wanting one, but I was always questioning it. And I'm gonna walk you through the car and go over like why I got this specific one. It really was just an amazing deal, and it happened to be a convertible. And then I started thinking about more of the content we can get with it, and it'd be fun to have my first convertible in California. So yeah, I think it worked out, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But we're gonna finish running our errands and drive back to the shop. Hey, I did it! That wasn't that bad.
Okay, that's this car.
Transformer level. We on some Transformer stuff.
This car looks so cool with you.
All right, we made it back. I'm in love with this car. I'm really shocked. I liked it way more than I thought I would, as I was really second guessing the whole convertible thing. But this thing rocks, and to me is the perfect California car. But one little problem, I think I'm gonna have to get a bigger shop soon, because we're getting stacked in here. Oh, wait, let's zoom in. There's good old Sailor 7 back there. We just got the 3-rotor officially moved to my shop, which I'm stoked about. Stay tuned for the 3-rotor update. There's not much left to do at all, which is freaking exciting. Back to the convertible. I've said this a couple times, and I was just going crazy while driving. I drove so much in Florida and felt like I was able to progress so fast as a driver that I just didn't want to lose that. And I ended up getting a lot of car parts shipped to Florida, and I'm going to still continue to build that car there and have it to drive when I'm there. So I needed another car. I needed a seat time car for here, and you guys know that I'm going to be possibly doing a giveaway with this Sailor 7 car. So I knew 100% that I wanted to get another Z for the West Coast. Now I've been obsessively looking because all I wanted to do is go to the track and drive. Willow Springs is like an hour away from where I live, and that's all I wanted to do. There is a lot going on outside, so I'm inside the car now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so when I have my mind set on something, I obsess over it until it's reality. So I was just nonstop on Facebook Marketplace looking at all the 350Zs. I found a bunch in California, but they were not in good shape, specifically the HRs, so 2007, 2008. That's all I wanted, because I wanted something that I could really be confident in it being reliable. Bro. So I was looking all over California for HRs. I didn't end up finding one that was as clean as I wanted it. After getting the Z in Florida, I did realize that I would have preferred having it a bit nicer to start with, especially with how much work I know I'm gonna end up putting into the car. Like, you guys see what I did already with the Z and the headliner and the pillars and cosmetically making it look amazing, and with the seats and the wheel and the bash bars. Like, I end up doing so much stuff to all my cars that I think starting with a cleaner base is gonna be much better in the long run. And I've told myself that a few times, especially with the past two like RH7 FCs that I got. really the base was not the best. So going forward, I am trying to just start with a much cleaner car to begin with, so there's not as much fixing up that I have to do. But anyway, so I didn't find any really good HRs in the California area. I started expanding that search, and long story short, this car came up in Arizona. And I originally was not looking for a convertible, but it was HR. It was super clean. Like when I show you guys, the interior of this car is so nice. And if you guys know 350Zs, the interior like starts peeling and disintegrates really, really fast in these. So it was really nice. This car already had a bunch of stuff that I was gonna have to do myself immediately when I got my next car, being the welded diff and an aftermarket clutch. There's actually a racing clutch in this car already. And I got a really good deal on it. So I found this car in Arizona. I got connected with someone that was able to go look at the car in person, and once someone saw it in person, I just decided to go for it. And thank you again to Landon and Maddie for driving the car down from Arizona and delivering it. It made everything so much easier, and it was a lot easier to make the decision since it was going to be able to be delivered. When I have my mind set on something, I obsess over it until it is a reality. So I'm very glad that I got this car, because I could not stop thinking about getting a 350Z for California, and now that means I can drive and I'm gonna get seat time. I am so excited. That is all I want to do, is continue to build off of a good base that I feel like I set in Florida, and just at least drive once a week minimum. Like that is my absolute goal. And I knew for my seat time car, I wanted it to be street legal and able to drive to the track and back. Like that is the ultimate goal. I want to be able to have some extra tires out the trunk, like bungee corded on or something, like just have an extra set on there, go to the track, shred for a day, and drive back home. That's all I want. And I feel like I did that a couple times in the 350Z in Florida, driving to the track and driving back. So that was the ultimate goal. And that's also why I knew I wanted something nicer, because I do want to be able to daily this car and just be comfortable and really happy about it. So that is what brought us to today. Now, let me just show you how clean this car is. And if you guys know Z's, you'll know that this is not normal. So let's see, it already had NRG quick release on it with this Drip Royal wheel. This car was actually imported from Canada, so it's kilometers per hour. We're gonna have to get used to that. Everything on the dash is like super nice. It looks so good. My other Z is like destroyed. The only parts that show a little wear are this part right here, which just like peels off immediately. But if you look at everything else, like there's not even scratches in it. So once I wrap this with vinyl or something, I kid you not, this is gonna look like brand new. The seats are really nice too. There's definitely some wear, but that's like to be expected. But look, the seats are electric. Yes, going forward and backwards. That is so sick. And they have heat warmers in them. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna actually keep the seats in, but the fact that they're electric and the fact that they have heat warmers in it really makes me want to try and work with them at least for a bit here. This is so funny because my Z in Florida almost looks this exact color. So I thought that was ironic because the car is also already wrapped. Wasn't why I decided to get it, but it was a huge bonus because I knew I could not just be practicing in a car that was like a plain color. Just, I don't have a problem. I'm not hating on anyone else that has like a plain colored car. It's just not my thing. I like being really excited and extra with my cars and just having the fun come from driving them as well as like their aesthetic and everything. So the fact that this one was already wrapped in like a fuchsia purple and all the other bonuses that came with it, I was so stoked for it. The piece was done, which is funny because this looks just like the piece that I did in my other Z, but like this whole part right here is just super clean. Like it's just, I don't know. I've been looking at a lot of Z's lately and this one for sure stood out as being really clean. The box actually works, which is sweet. Everything works and it's all still really nice. No problems with the convertible part of it. Dude, it's just overall a super, super clean car. The only one really big downside was just that there is no AC. So there was an AC delete in the car because the compressor went out and he just took off the pulley and compressor for it. But I already have one coming on the way, and honestly, at least it's a convertible. I'll have the top down, wind blowing in my face, so it's not gonna be at least too hot. But for the deal and everything else, it was totally worth it, even with me having to put that back in on my own. If you guys have noticed how much that I love to clutch kick when drifting, this car already came with an aftermarket clutch. That was also a huge bonus. It already came with a 6-putt ceramic disc clutch in it, and it came with a lightened flywheel, so that is great and a huge bonus of this car, and something I'm not gonna have to do now, so that was perfect. It also comes with a welded diff already, and the diff was welded by a drift shop in the Arizona area, so that's always a good sign. I think it also has some like aftermarket headlights. Oh, there's a cool aftermarket exhaust on it. I'm not sure what company the exhaust is. I'll have to ask him. I think it looks cool. It's a little extra in the back, so I like it. And this car actually has an exhaust. My other Z, I still haven't put a proper exhaust on it yet, but because it has an exhaust, that means I can get the fire tune like ASAP. So I should be able to do that before the first track day. Oh, it already also had a Mishimoto radiator on this car, which is what I would have done. That was another extra bonus. Oh yeah, I do want to show you where the strut towers were cut in this car, because that was one thing I wasn't too stoked about. It's a slammed car life thing. I'll show you real quick. All right, so under the hood, we have our stock HR engine, and there you go. You can peep the Mishimoto radiator. The only thing that I was not that stoked about on this car is the fact that this strut tower area has been cut. Boom. Wait, you can see it. There you go. Yeah, so I was not that happy about this. I did look it up though, and I guess it's pretty common when you're slamming Z's, just so it doesn't bottom out, and you can run it lower with more camber into it. So I did see photos of this car previously, and he did have it on super low suspension with some stance wheels on it. So that is why these have been cut. I'm definitely going to be re-welding them up just for more structural support, given that I will be drifting with this car. Honestly, that was really the only thing I wasn't too pumped about. Overall, this is a completely solid car. Fingers crossed. I don't want to like jinx myself. I haven't driven it hard on the street yet. I did a few pulls, but not really intense ones, just because I want to make sure I check coolant, make sure there's no leaks, and make sure it's good to go before I really start pushing it. But overall, I am so happy with this car, and until it was actually delivered and I saw it in person, I was a little nervous about the whole convertible thing, but I'm completely sold now. I love it. It's gonna be different. I've never had a convertible car before, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I feel like living in California, you know, I gotta do it at least once. And the convertible top too was brand new, so it's been recently replaced. No issues there. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out the over fenders. I mean, you guys probably already saw them. It's 50 mil over fenders and some cool neochrome hardware around the car, which is sick. Oh, this is the awesome exhaust that I like. You know, just a little extra, but what can I say? That's me. That's my style. So already came with the exhaust, and I really like the way it sounds actually. I already had a quick release on the bumper, and guess what? It's actually really clean. You can put this bumper on and off with no zip ties so easily, which that was not even the case for mine when I first got it. So everything is really clean on this car, and I am super happy with it. The car is on stock suspension, so before selling it, he obviously swapped all the suspension back to stock and put the stock wheels back on. But look at that, we got some Kumo. We got the Kumo. We're gonna be changing these though, even though they have Kumo tires on them. But we're gonna be putting even more fresh Kumo tires on them. This is my new car. I'm so excited. It means more driving time, and it's pretty, and it runs well, and it looks awesome. It's my first convertible. I'm just really happy. And honestly, I'm kind of relieved. I was getting a lot of anxiety not driving, and I really just wanted to continue to build on the solid platform I felt like I established in Florida. And Adam's gonna be maybe sending one of his cars out here, so now I'll have a car that's just really easy to jump in and literally drive to the track, shred at the track, and drive home in. Like, that's the life. That's all I want.
I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Not sure what I expected, to think you wouldn't be so reckless.
Oh, it all of a sudden just got freezing here, which I did not think I would be saying this time of year in California, but I'm definitely not complaining, especially since I currently do not have AC in my new car. So I am excited as I'm gonna be driving this home to Glendale. I did notice that the oil was a little bit low. I will be doing a full oil change either tomorrow or the next day, but for now, just to play it safe, I'm gonna top off the oil, and then before I get on the road, just really quick check for any coolant leaks, and then I should be good to go.
I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe.
Everything's holding pressure, so that is a very good sign. I got a little nervous when we went on our errands run because I hadn't checked that yet, but we are good. And I did notice that the oil was a bit low, not too low, just way closer to the L line, which is just not the best. So I'm going to top the car off for tonight. Tomorrow I'll end up doing a full oil change, but just to get home, I'm gonna top it off, and then I should be good. Here you have it. This is my new car. This is the Seat Time 350Z. I still haven't thought of a theme or a name for this car yet, but if you guys have any ideas, feel free to comment below. I'm so happy with this car, and I have so much less anxiety now just knowing that a track day is so soon. It's so close, we're almost there. I hope you guys like the car and are excited for some convertible journeys. I know I am. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.